Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Danny Bryant. This is my final project. It is on the ways that Florida is in threat right now. The biggest threat to Florida at this current moment is climate change and the dangers to our land and water. One of the biggest threats that are trying to move that way into Florida right now is big oil. Big oil has this new form of extracting oil called fracking. It pressurizes water and other chemicals into the ground to force gases and oils up to the top. This is normally not a problem in most places because the ground there can actually sustain this. But there's one problem with Florida. Florida is made out of mainly sandstone. Sandstone is very porous. It means it has holes in it. So if water gets into it, it'll eventually seep out through the holes. And if we let those chemicals get out into our actual water system, it can wreak havoc. Like you can see here. There's a sinkhole right here. This is what happens when you actually crack through the stone. It leaves holes in it and eventually fall through. And over here, you can see all the holes. This is what basically all the ground under us right now looks like. So yeah, it'd be a very bad thing to put more holes in and put water into. And the next thing is, large companies have been dumping exorbitant amount of waste into the water, hazardous wastes, and it's had a really strange effect on our climate. Mainly, it's been causing these things called algae blooms. Algae blooms are actually natural; they happen. Most times they're not this huge. Like you can see here, it's like green slime. It's actually algae. It's about a foot or so thick, and it actually covers miles, like entire beaches. And everything that comes in contact with it, like marine life, dies. Like manatees, fish, and even worse, it puts out a fume, like toxic gases. And if you breathe it in, it can actually cause very, very irreparable damage to you. Like nausea, headaches, and if you stay in it too long, actual death. But there are alternatives to this. Alternative energy, which is solar and geothermal. While in Florida we do not have very many geothermal vents that have geothermal energy, we do have plenty of sunlight. We are the sunshine state. So, the best thing we could do is switch over to solar energy. But the problem with solar energy is, it's a little expensive right now, especially for the simple fact that Florida does not give tax breaks on it, nor does it give subsidies like other states do. So yes, it's very expensive right now. But the thing that we can do to fix these problems right now is activism. By aligning yourself up with a organization like Florida Water, Land, and Legacy, we can stop this right now. The main thing they do is they lobby to get the right politicians in power so that we can have our voices heard and have our environment protected. One of the biggest things they got passed was Amendment 1 in 2014. Amendment 1 actually puts aside $20 billion over the next 20 years for projects to clean up the environment, like clean the land, keep the beaches clean, and mainly just keep our water safe. And the thing they're working on right now, which we're going to be voting on the 30th, is Amendment 4. Amendment 4 is basically, something about taxes on solar panels. They're trying to get rid of that. Basically make solar panels tax-free. So basically, as soon as you pay for it, it's yours. You pay no more taxes on it, and everyone can have it. It's a lot cheaper if it's easier to have, and it'll be a lot cleaner for our environment. I'd like to thank you all for coming today and listening to me, and hope you all have a very nice afternoon.